Good afternoon, I'm Shelby Houghton with Hunter News. Gough Whitlam is being remembered today as one of the greats of Australian politics. Tributes have been flowing for the former Prime Minister across the Hunter after his death was announced by family this morning. Hunter MP Joel Fitzgibbon says Mr Whitlam will be remembered for his many contributions, like the introduction of universal healthcare.
Gough will be remembered as a war veteran and one of our greatest and, if you like, most controversial Prime Ministers. He made an enormous contribution to this country. He changed the social fabric of our country in many ways, and he'll be well placed in Australia's political history.
The Lock the Gate Alliance is celebrating the decision by the Planning and Assessment Commission to knock back the Drayton South open-cut mine proposal. Upper Hunter thoroughbred horse studs, local community members and industry have fought against the proposal for some time, as it became clear horse studs could not coexist with the Drayton South mine. Lock the Gate New South Wales Coordinator Georgina Woods says the community is relieved the fight against the proposal is finally over.
Well, it's an enormous relief. We don't believe that communities should be put through the anxiety of having to fight project by project open-cut coal mines that are clearly proposed for places that coal mining really shouldn't be going ahead.
Police have arrested a protester at the site of AGL's controversial coal seam gas project in Gloucester. 50-year-old local resident and father of 7, Brett Jacobs, used a bike lock around his neck to attach himself to the access gate in protest of fracking at the site. Gloucester Groundswell member Karen O'Brien says the man then walked onto the site where he was arrested.
He'd been locked on for about an hour and a half, a very peaceful lock on. He's a father of 7, very concerned about what they're doing here, and he decided he would peacefully walk onto the AGL property, and the security guard stopped him, and he was then the police came and then he was arrested.
The New South Wales government has announced a plan for buses from Hamilton Station once the heavy rail line is cut at Wickham on Boxing Day this year. The plan will involve buses waiting for every train service at Hamilton Station and commuters not having to pay twice for their trip. But independent candidate for the seat of Newcastle, Brian Buckley-Clare, says the plan has obvious flaws.
The main concern is in the afternoon that the buses will get people to the trains on time that are going back towards Sydney or going out to the Hunter Valley. If they don't do that, people are going to be very, very inconvenienced, and I think that's going to be a real problem that has to be addressed.
Audited annual financial reports released today show Newcastle City Council is now running with a surplus. General Manager Ken Goldthorpe says Council has been seeing the improvements since the beginning of the year and now has an operating surplus of $754,000. Adopting strict budget principles and focusing on key projects and services are said to be key factors in the turnaround. Now with sport, Emily Crowe.
Recording just 2 wins in 11 visits, the Newcastle Jets will be hoping to end a horror track record in New Zealand when they take on Wellington Phoenix this Sunday. Midfielder Zenon Caravella could make a return to the starting lineup after playing 35 minutes off the bench last round, while Ben Kantarovski has resumed full-time training following a knee injury. Meanwhile, National Premier League newcomers the Maitland Magpies are ruffling feathers after it's been revealed they have their eyes on Western captain Carl Thornton. As one of the competition's strongest defensive players, Thornton would make an ideal pairing with other potential signing, former Central Coast Mariners star Patrick Zenswick. However, Western coach Trevor Morris is confident of retaining the key player. And Belmont's Harry Morton and Kurt Hansen have been named Youth Sailors of the Year, picking up a major gong at the Australian Sailing Awards. That's sport. I'm Emily Crowe.
2NURFM News Time is 12:10.